So Impact called Reggie out for his Zed play, but the thing is, Reggie had a pretty good Zed game earlier today. He went 9-1-4 in the champion, and he led his team to win over Lemon Dog, so it seems he can hold up sometimes. Now, on Sunday, Reggie said he needed to step up his game. He played pretty bad on the first day, but he did step up against Lemon Dogs, right? He did a really good job earlier today.
Yeah, but now Reggie's skills will really be put to the test as he goes up against Faker. Arguably the best mid laner in the world, in most people's opinions, including his own during the interview earlier today.
Yeah, and you hear the crowd cheering for him right there. This is the team who's fighting TSM, and the crowd still cheers for Faker. They also know this is a really good player, and he's shown time and again why everyone believes in him. Even in their loss against OMG, he won his lane. Right, the guy is doing really well.
Yeah, coming to fall is going to be SK Telecoms as TSM get the early advantage. However, it will be evened up very quickly in that top lane.
Yeah, Darius isn't just as bad.
Jump onto it.
And Darius is alone right here against two.
He's in a lot of trouble. Flash is available. Instantly flashes away. Here comes Benny. Song Wave follows up with a resonating strike. And there's a bit of damage coming down. Impact lands the stun. Darius maybe should not have gone back in. He's going to go down for first blood. Darius re-engaged when he shouldn't have. And lock anyone down. Boomandu is keeping the attention of Wild Turtle next special. He will get dropped. In the background, the Odd One is catching onto Piglet. Lands the cocoon. Instantly cleansed away. Piglet forced to flash. Odd One failed flashes. He face plants into the wall, and that cancels the chase. But it allows TSM to get on the Dragon. Darius has been collapsed on by Bengi and Impact. He's not going to get away, and the Dominus picks up the kill. TSM has started Dragon.
That's going to be the Dragon secured here for TSM. Oddwood's making a lot of great plays.
Fully aware of the positionings and maybe even the trends down the bottom. And Crescendo's down. Piglet is dropped so incredibly low. 110 HP. Wild Turtle does not land the missile barrage. Now they flash forward. Exhaust catches onto Boomandu. They continue the chase. And the missile barrage plus one more auto attack secures a kill for Wild Turtle. Now in the top lane, the Odd One's forced backwards. We see the safeguard from Bengi. The explosive barrel comes up. The body slam throws him backwards. The first kill is secured here for Bengi. Now Darius is in trouble. Equalizer has already been used, and this is going to be 2 kills in reply for SK Telecom. It's not over as now Wild Turtle is tanking up the turret. Ace in the hole's being channeled. The minions are bashing away. They trade kills as Special secures the final blow.
That's a bit of
at one another. Here comes Reginald. We do see the Crescendo catches them out. Wild Turtle gets his 3rd kill. He's going to get dropped by Bengi. The true damage isn't going to land, however, and Bengi kicks back Reginald. Great decision. Ace in the hole will channel, but it's not going to be enough. That's a 2-for-1 trade that TSM come out in the lead. All of a sudden, they're looking to challenge. The explosive cast goes down. Boomandu's dropped low. Grasping Roots catches a few. That's a great equalizer, at least keeping them out of the fight. The first victim is Boomandu, but Darius has dropped in the background. Now Wild Turtle at 50% HP, forced out of the fight. Here comes Faker. Wild Turtle's going to be able to pick up a kill onto Bengi, and now the Odd One is in trouble. Wild Turtle really wants to help, but he's so far away from the rest of his team. He started the recall. He should be able to get out. A TSM win the fight 2-for-1.
Very smart trade right there. They knew TSM would out-trade, but that mid-turret could go down to this push.
It does look like it's going to now that Piglet's going to get onto that one. Dragon will be secured by TSM in just a second. The tower has fallen first, and now all of a sudden, SKT find themselves in the top half of the jungle. 4 members of TSM in the mid lane. They decide to try and push towards that tower. However, they're a little overextended. The Odd One finds himself. He is going to flash away. DFG comes down. Stranglethorns picks up the final hit. Now all of a sudden, Special's in trouble. Crescendo did land, but it isn't going to be enough to save them. The charm goes wide. Equalizer comes down. Wild Turtle secures a kill onto Faker as he's been exhausted. Heat Rumble is going to be able to pick up a kill there onto Zara in the background. Darius does get dropped. That's a double kill for Impact. A 2-for-4, and Reginald was a little late to the party. TS exploratory barrel, but this is very, very brave. Reginald's going to be in trouble. He gets stunned up. Piglet's going to jump on me, forced to flash away. Now all of a sudden the Odd One is in trouble. Dominus comes down. A decent equalizer is going to throw them out. They hit Impact backwards, but he's the tankiest member. Here comes Faker. Here comes Bengi. Bengi's going to jump onto Reginald. Reginald's still alive as the Stranglethorns throws the Odd One up into the air. The General is down. Now Piglet dives onto Wild Turtle, trading a lot of damage back and forth. The Odd One is forced out incredibly low as he's down. Now SKT with a 4-man advantage in this mid lane. They're going to jump on the tower.
They're healthy enough to keep the siege going, and Reggie's going to get dropped dangerously low from this.
Ace in the hole slams him down. The rest of SKT focusing onto this tower as you see Reginald doing the best he can to get back. SKT wisely going to back away safely. After that, another misplay from TSM. sudden, SKT realizing they have maybe an advantage in this fight. Impact gets in. He manages to get the stun onto the Odd One. Odd One repels up. Equalizer is going to slow down the entrance, but it's not going to have a huge amount. Impact is keeping on 3 members of TSM. The first victim will be Special. He got the crescendo down, but it's not going to be enough to save them, as now Dyrus will be the second victim of the fight. That's a double kill for Piglet, as he now flashes over the wall. Triple kill as he turns into Wild Turtle. This is going to be the Quadra. Does pick up the Quadra kill as Reginald gets out cleanly. Piglet, 8, 2, and 3 is a terrifying Caitlyn.
About right side Gragas.
We do see Bengi going very, very low. Piglet has to 90 caliber in to start tanking up the Baron. They secure that one. 5 seconds on the clock before Impact gets up. He does not manage to pick it up, and now...
On a support and knock it down, and it's a 5v4. Oh my gosh, that damage.
Special is going to go so incredibly low, less than 100 HP. He does manage to stun up Faker. There's Faker is now dropped by Wild Turtle. Wild Turtle in behind enemy lines, caught between a Bengi and an Impact. Impact closes off Special as Bengi now dives forward. Piglet is going to cleanse out the Ignite. Damage continues to tick as Dyrus is overheating, so no more spells can come down. Wild Turtle's doing the best he can, but he gets dropped. The ace in the hole finishes it off. Double kill for Impact.
Might just be the game for the Koreans.
Explosive Cask is available. Bengi, Piglet, and Impact. They finish off the first tower. They finish off the second tower. Cask is going to delay the inevitable as now Special rejoins the fray. He's going to see a stun onto Reggie as now Bengi and Impact are exhausted. They're onto the Nexus. We see a slice forward. Impact gets to the opposite side. The tower's going to drop. Piglet has rejoined. He's going to be able to close out the kill. Ladies and gentlemen, SK Telecom T1 is your second team in Group A. They pick up the win against TSM. What a good game. Very controlled those lanes, got the towers, and TSM tried, but I think in their VOD review, they're definitely going to be looking at that the river, basically face check and both top and bottom, because that just pushed them way too far behind.